Ski Tips with Josh Foster. Sponsored by Big White Ski Resort in the sunny Thompson Okanagan Valley, Kelowna, BC.
Well, you know, it doesn't get much better than this. Beautiful blue skies, bit of new snow, perfect day for shooting some ski tips. Hey, you know what? We shot a little bit of a video clip and we posted it on our Facebook page. And we asked the question, if you had any questions or if you had a bit of a theme that you'd like to see in some ski tips, well, we'll try to shoot some for you. So a gentleman by the name of Jean-Marc Beauvalet, hopefully I pronounced that right, asked the question of what you should feel underneath your feet in terms of pressure in a fore and aft sense. Here's the way I think of it. Let's try a few turns down here. So I think the pressure under your feet directly relates to how active your ankle is. So there's a few different schools of thought as to what you should feel underneath your feet. And I don't think there's a right way or a wrong way here, but maybe just a little bit more of what works best for you. And I'll tell you what works best for me is I like to try to feel right here. It's a little bit ahead of my heel, or what I would call the back of my arch. That's a nice solid spot to stand. Right in here, you can see that's where my leg actually inserts into my foot. Then the activity comes more from the ankles, and I feel that spot all the way through the turn. Let's try that in a few turns down here. Here we go. So the feeling that I have in my boots here right now is almost like I'm pressing my heels down and my toes are light. So I suppose the point I'm trying to make here is that it's a little bit more subtle, the movements in my feet and my ankle, rather than moving all along the bottom of my foot. What I do is I activate my ankles and I almost feel the same spot actually under my foot. Have a look at this here in my hand, and you can try this at home. If I grab my fingers, that would be the equivalent of standing on my toes. Try that. Resist as much as you can here, but you pull back, you'll feel some muscle strain, and it certainly bends. If I press down here though, right into the palm, that's really solid, and that's that spot right here, and that's the best place to stand. Let's try a few more here. So I use that strong spot as almost like a reference point. That's what I want to feel all the way through my turn. So I'm actually thinking of pressing my heels down a little bit, making my toes feel a little bit lighter. So really the pressure doesn't so much move along the bottom of my foot, it kind of stays the same, and I try to activate my ankles a little bit, because if I'm all the way up onto my toes or all the way back onto my heels, you see how that throws my upper body out of balance all the way through the turn. So merci, Monsieur Beauvalet. I hope that one works for you. And from beautiful Big White Ski Resort, I'm Josh. We'll see you next time.